One of the most difficult and interesting experiences I made while I was in Argentina was while I was a student. I was taking an international relations class, and I was the only exchange student. And being in an international relations class, you talk about the U.S. a lot, being the world power that it is. So I was basically the representation of the U.S. to these Argentine students. Sometimes it was in a negative light, and I learned to see U.S. politics and international relations through a different lens. And also I had to learn to articulate myself and defend my position in another language. After my semester, I did some traveling, and I made my way up to Cusco. I was sitting in the main plaza, and I sat next to this man. We went on to talk, and he asked me what I did, and I told him that I had just come from studying in Buenos Aires, and he asked me what I studied. And I told him that I studied international relations. And then he started to go on and say that he was actually the president of a commission that was enacted in Peru to protect the indigenous right of people in the Andes Mountains. And I told him how working with indigenous people and the protection of their rights was something I was very passionate about. And he ended up giving me his business card. So I learned that just by putting yourself out there and really engaging with the language, this was all in Spanish, that you never know where it may lead you, and you just have to be able to jump off that cliff and not be self-conscious about communicating. I think most people know that Americans are stereotyped to be culturally incompetent and insensitive. And knowing that, I think it's our responsibility to take the step and initiate change in that stereotype. And with our world being so globalized and business especially being very globalized, I think it's more than likely that everyone will have to communicate and interact with someone from a different culture. And this is why global awareness is so important, because it is so relevant in our society today.